All right, y'all, happy hump day. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your second week of quarantine. Hope you guys enjoyed our sessions for Monday and Tuesday. So today at 9 a.m., Laura will be going live. So she'll be doing the workout with you. She'll be motivating you just like Jimmy did on Monday. And I'll be doing my own on Friday from my apartment. So if you guys want to tune in on Friday, 9 a.m., we'll be doing the Friday's workout together. And then we'll keep you motivated throughout the entire hour. 5 exercises today. We got 4 to 6 sets, 10 reps. We're doing a little more single leg strength today. So we have curtsey lunges, we got side plank rotations, single leg bridges, plank reaches, and then single leg RDLs. Jimmy and I are gonna actually help you go through. There's some technicalities that we wanna make sure you guys watch over, and then we'll go from there.
Yep. If you guys have a kettlebell or a dumbbell at home, that'd be great. If not, like I said, everything that we've been using, just find something at home that you can use for some extra resistance. That's what we give you guys the option if you want to do 4 or 6 sets, and just kind of depending on your difficulty. If you have a heavier weight, you can really load it up and lower your amount of total sets. If you're looking for a little more quantity, a little more volume, and you don't have a heavier weight, that's when you can kind of aim for those 5 or 6 sets. Our first one's going to be just a regular curtsey lunge. So it's going to be feet hip width apart, just alternating side to side. So just curtsey lunge towards one side, same thing towards the other. If you guys have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you can always hold it right here up at your chest, kind of same way we do with that goblet squat. All right, watching for your foot too, that you're not rolling onto the outside of your foot. All right, from there, he's gonna go into some side plank rotation. So that was gonna be 10 reps on each side, as with all 4 of our other exercises. In a side plank, feet stacked up, and then he's just gonna rotate. Hand comes all the way through, and then all the way back up, making sure if you guys need to, if you're losing your balance, you can bring that top foot over in front for a little bit of balance help. You'll do 10 reps on one side, 10 reps on the other side. All right, think about when you're reaching, trying to reach for the floor all the way outside, like if you're on a yoga mat and you're trying to reach for the floor outside of your mat. After that, we're gonna go into a little single leg bridge. You guys have 2 options with this. You can either do it on an elevated surface. Obviously, if you don't have a bench, you can do this just like on the edge of your couch, on the edge of your coffee table. You can either go with the straight leg or coming in a little bit more and going with that bent knee, driving hips all the way up towards the ceiling, and then back down. The other thing to make sure is that you're bracing your core so that you're not arching your back and then lifting up. It's all just coming from that straight hip extension. 10 reps on one leg, 10 reps on the other side. If you guys have a weight, same thing, you can make it a little bit harder by placing that weight right up on top of your hips as you're going back up into that. Single leg all the way up, same thing, 10 and 10. After that, we're gonna go into a little plank reach. It's gonna be a low plank, forearm reaches. So we'll do a couple demos from the side here. Feet hip width apart, and he's just gonna think about keeping his hips steady, right? No tilting towards either side, no arching into that back, and then just reaching side, alternating left and right arms. If this is a little too difficult, you guys can always separate your feet a little bit wider. If you wanna make it a little bit more challenging, that's when you'll bring your feet a little bit closer together. We'll do it again from the front, just so you can kind of see how his shoulders are aligned. Same thing here, abs braced, strong through the lower body, and then reaching from there, trying to minimize the amount of that rotation. And then our last one from there is gonna be that single leg RDL. Now same thing here, if you guys want, if you're struggling with your balance, you can just do it no weight. I want you to think your torso and that back leg, you're gonna hinge from the hip and lowering together. So here, back is staying nice and straight, in line with that back leg, his toe pointed straight down towards the floor, and then pulling back up. Think of almost like a little tipping bird, right? You should feel that stretching to the hamstring and then squeeze that glute to come back up. If you're doing this with a weight at home, right, you're gonna be holding on the opposite leg that's working. So if the kettlebell's in his left hand, left leg is gonna shoot back, hinging, shoulders staying level so that weight isn't pulling him down towards one side or the other. You should feel that big stretch and then think about squeezing that hamstring and that glute to kind of pull you all the way back up to standing. Same thing, 10 reps on one side, 10 reps on the other. As always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message. We'll be more than happy to help with any regressions, any injury concerns, and if not, tune in at 9 a.m. and do this little walkthrough with Laura. All right, sweet.
Yay.